Hey guys, I'm JanetOnOccasion, and today we're playing a Khorne Campaign. That's right, I'm allowed to show you Khorne now. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to show you Skarbrand, because he's a lot of fun. An awful lot of fun. So, once again, it's going to be the Realm of Chaos campaign, which, if you saw my coverage of Maim yesterday, then you'll have seen the opening cutscene. You'll know that the bear god Ursan has been taken ill, and understatement. And so we're going to see what Skarbrand has to gain by getting Ursan. So Khorne, the blood god, rages upon his brass throne, resting atop a mountain of skulls built from the countless heads of the great champions his followers have slain over an immeasurable number of aeons. He cares not from where blood flows, as long as it is done in his name. It is not uncommon to see the warriors of Khorne fighting amongst themselves, battling to prove their skill in combat and rise higher in the eyes of their wrathful master. To follow Khorne is to embrace violence and destruction, and to pledge utter subservience to his cause. Khorne's most favoured servants are gifted with immense powers. Some may even ascend to demonhood. And it is these chosen few who are tasked with bringing his wrath down upon the world. Blood for the blood god. And of course he has a bunch of mechanics that we'll see in action, so no need to go over them. And here is Skarbrand the Exiled. Skarbrand, also known as the Exiled One, was once the greatest of all Khorne's demons, undone by his pride. He was banished from the service of the blood god and cast from Khorne's domain. Forever tormented by his downfall, Skarbrand wanders the mortal and immortal realms, a restless fury that cannot be stopped. So, what's quite fun is diplomatic relations -20 with Khornate factions, because of course, he's the exiled one, right? So, the rest of Khorne's demons are trying to punish him. So, and to prove that they're better than him as well, because, you know, they're Khorne demons, you know what they're like. So, armies replenished in foreign territory, which is amazing. Like, great thing, you never have to stop, it's great. Also, campaign movement range +25%. After raising a settlement for all characters. This is a huge bonus as well. Really, really good. Lord effect, campaign movement range +35% after winning a battle. So even if it's a settlement or not, you're going to get a bunch of your movement back. And recruitment cost -35% when in enemy or raised territory. So you actually recruit for cheaper in enemy territory. So, Skarbrand is a bit of a boss. Also, you might think, oh, but raising a settlement, you won't want to raise all the settlement, right? You want to build an empire. Actually, we do that by burning it all down. It seems strange, but you'll see. Also, still playing on normal difficulty, because that's what most people will be playing on. So I think that's most representative of the game for most people. And this is, of course, you know, pre-release footage. So that's the plan. That'll be what all of my pre-release coverage will be on. Normal difficulty. Let's go. No subtlety has Khorne. He yearns only for battle. Slaughter is his desire. Blood to sate the unquenchable thirst, and skulls to pile about his throne. Skarbrand was the most worthy of Khorne's bloodthirsters, the greatest of the blood god's reapers. But that was before his exile, cast from Khorne's presence, and now he finds himself on the wrong side of the maelstrom in the aftermath of Ursan's roar. But there is a way for the greater demon to find favour with his master again. Guided by the tome, I travel across the Chaos Wastes, through jagged mountains and lava rivers to Skarbrand's lair in Furnius.
Jagged rocks and rivers of fire. Here I found the greatest of all bloodthirsters. Bones of all that walked or crawled littered his lair. Skarbrand, rage incarnate. I had but a moment to make my case, the time it took to sharpen his murderous blades. The demon had spent millennia harvesting skulls to earn the forgiveness of his master, the Chaos God, Khorne. The skull of Ursan would gain his favor.
What do you know of Khorne's favor?
Nothing, mighty Skarbrand. I am but a servant, ready to aid your slaughter.
I can smell the magic on you, seer. I'll take your skull.
Why take mine when you can have the skull of a god? Let me guide you through the maelstrom to where Belagor imprisons the bear. Take his skull. All I want is a drop of Ursan's blood.
Keep your skull. Give me the bear. One skull for the throne. The rest are mine to collect.
Our goal is to take the head of the god bear. A worthy trophy for the Skull Throne.
So I get that the advisor is trying to sort of get the various legendary lords to do his bidding for him, essentially. But I probably wouldn't approach Skarbrand. Just saying, doesn't feel like a smart move. Feels like that could have gone either way. But hey, it seemed to work out.
Find me skulls, little man. Or yours is next.
At once, mighty Reaper. The whole region is awash with heads that will easily be parted from their necks. Here is your first prey, a mortal army wishing to catch the gaze of the blood god. Instead, they draw your attention. Slaughter the mortal insects that infest this region, and claim Bloodfire Falls as your own. Further afield, you'll find plenty more enemies to rip asunder. The forces of hated Slaanesh cower at the monolith. Or perhaps seek out more of Khorne's disciples. Not to ally with, of course, but to kill. For your father cares not from where the blood flows. In the south, you may encounter greenskins. Then there are the Norse, mortals who will worship you if you let them, or introduce them to your twin axes. If you continue your trail of destruction south, then even richer lands shall be in reach. The fragile souls of Kislev and the Empire will fuel your rise to ultimate power. Only the spineless occupy such settlements. Followers of Khorne bring slaughter, razing everything until there is naught but blood-stained ruins. The more skulls you take, the easier it will be to enter the realm of chaos and seek the dying god. So, let the blood harvest begin.
Yes, let it begin. So, chaos. Yes, we are in chaos. Bloody, bloody, blah. We're going to be going over it all. We don't need to pop up. Okay, guys, we can manage without the pop-up. I'll hold your hand through it all. Or lop off your head. I'm getting into character. So, defeat an enemy belonging to the following faction in battle. Gahar. That's this lad. A Chaos Lord and his retinue seek to make a name for himself and draw the eye of the gods. The only thing he is good for is fodder. Slaughter them. So this will get us favour, skulls, and a Blood Reaper. So you'll notice we have 5,000 skulls. Feels like a lot of skulls. But we'll soon burn through them in tribute and other such things. So, before we look at all of the various mechanics, we're going to look at lopping off some heads. So, let's do it. Hello there, buddy. Hello, Demahar. Heman Phone? Demahar Heman Phone. And, as you can see, the Chaos Wastes look awesome. Obviously, this is the Chaos Wastes, you know, Khorne flavoured. We'll see many flavours of Chaos Wastes. Also, this doesn't look like one of Khorne's portals, does it? No, it doesn't. Wow. Looks like Tzeentch just being tricksy again. But yeah, absolutely stunning. I love the atmosphere. The skies as well in the Realm of Chaos look amazing. But also, the skies do seem to adapt in regions with a lot of chaos corruption just generally. So, you know, you could have these sort of skies in, you know, in the skies above. Even Altdorf or something. It's very cool. So anyway, we have Skarbrand. Hello, Skarbrand. That's how he says hello. So he looks absolutely fearsome. I've got to say, the animation is superb. Like, all the musculature on him and everything, just in motion. It looks incredible. He looks so weighty. Like, look at that. Look at that movement. It's incredible. Also, we have these blood crushers, which of course are the blood letters riding juggernauts. They look amazing. Really, really cool. And little cracks of lightning around them. We have our blood letters, of course. They look great as well. Really, really cool stuff. So we got a bunch of those. We have some more blood crushers over there. And we have the blood shrine of Khorne here as well. Reading, I'm not sure what sermons would come from a Book of Khorne, but probably quite nasty ones. We also have Chaos Warhounds, which, you know, fine, just Chaos Warhounds. They look, you know, pretty well Khorne flavoured, but they're not Flesh Hounds of Khorne. No, we'll unlock those later. So, let's lock everyone in a group. Actually, I want the hounds to be on the other side, because I want to attack him. So let's do that. Everyone else can run in. In fact, Skarbrand, I'm going to put in your own group. And time to go straight for Demahahimenphone. Because you can see we're only fighting against a bunch of marauders, so they should go rather well. Also, hounds, brilliant for chasing down things like maraud horsemen, because they have 95 speed compared to the 90 speed of the horsemen. And it looks like they fled in completely the wrong direction. Thank you, marauder horsemen. So, here comes Skarbrand. So Skarbrand can't fly, of course. His wings have been destroyed when he was cast out the realm of chaos by Khorne himself. His wings were tattered when he landed. So yeah, he's doing some pretty good work already. And here, you can see we have Rage Embodied, which will rampage everybody nearby. The rampage effect has changed. You know, has these little fun auras around, which actually look a lot better than they used to. But Skarbrand, one swing, killed 8 men back there, which is very cool. Let's get in there. So you've got to remember, Skarbrand, he may seem very, very powerful. I mean, look at that, 683 weapon strength. He's not had a single upgrade or equipped with a single weapon or anything yet. But there's no magic in this faction, you know? Khorne's, demons, there's no magic, there's no spellcasters. And that is a huge disadvantage. Losing out on all those buffs is a big deal. So he kind of has to be an absolute powerhouse. So, this is going okay. Blood Crushers of Khorne, doing well in here. And you guys are asleep, I guess you can run back. But, pretty straightforward battle, let's be honest. But yeah, not bad. Skarbrand had a lot of fun. Collected a lot of skulls, I'm sure he's pleased. So there we go, he's dead. We can get skulls out of it. We can get a bit of replenishment, or we can get a favour. Let's go with replenishment, because everything else is pretty tiny numbers anyway. We got a bunch of skulls anyway, thanks to the quest, and just for doing the battle. Really, you're picking whether you want bonus skulls, but you always get skulls for winning a battle regardless, which is good. So, he's dead, and it means we got a Blood Reaper. Here he is. Goreflench. It's a totally normal name. Totally normal. So he's dead. Send a hero to join your army. Sure will. And apparently he's going to bring 100 skulls with him. And also recruit 2 more units. Slaves to Darkness. Skarbrand needs no help. Skarbrand can kill anyone, but Old Man says it's best to summon more blood letters. Skarbrand will comply. Then Skarbrand will rage. Bless him. He's a stroppy boy. So, we will get a mission completed when Goreflench catches up. There we go. More skulls. Wonderful. And let's level you up, shall we? So, of course, you can just right-click to get to their menus now. Looks amazing, Skarbrand, and, of course, this is where you get all your items and ancillaries. So, very, very nice. Oh, it does also list quests as well in its own little window, which is fun. So I like that. So, Slaughter and Carnage are the names of his 2 axes. So, skills. I'm going to get Root Marcher. Because I just want to make sure he never stops. So, we can recruit anywhere. But it will be global recruitment if we're in foreign territory. Right, look, here we go. So we can't recruit without being in this other stance. But global recruitment is quick, and we do get a discount on this, don't we? Right? Although it's still more expensive than if we were here, right? Yes, it is still more expensive. It's a bit cheaper than it normally would be, but it's still more expensive. So what is cool, we can get Furies and Blood Letters and Chaos Warhounds initially. So those Blood Letters we're actually getting from our main settlement building. You'll notice, because we're a Chaos faction, we actually have 2 branches of main settlement buildings, and you can swap between them. So this one is the Dimensional Breach. So these ones will... what is their advantage? I can't even remember, but they tend to have demon factions as their thing. Whereas this side gives Khorne corruption, and it puts Chaos Warriors as their main sort of recruitment, their main garrison option. But also you can see we can get Bloodletters, or we can get Chaos Warriors. What is their thing again? Recruitment cost is down. Yeah, so recruitment and military buildings are down, or infrastructure buildings are down in cost. Same income though, right? Yes, so very similar, even on high tier as well. The growth doesn't change with the dimensional cascade. Oh, but it does give you better local recruitment capacity. That's the big difference. It's recruitment capacity that is the big thing that changes. But anyway, so slight changes, but it's nice that you can sort of swap between, and you get the sort of two flavors. Also, I think this one is defensive supplies different. No, they're not. No, that's fine. So those are the only changes. So we also have the Court of the Covenant that we can build here, which technically is actually in the realm of chaos. I don't really understand how that... I guess this is like a portal to it, I'm assuming. But it gives you allegiance points gained, which you get through allies, which we're not really going to use much, but this is a building that all chaos factions get access to. So, you know, fine. We also get diplomatic relations plus 25 with demons of chaos, and control plus 3. So that's fine. Other than that, let's go ahead and get demonic lurkers, so we have a better garrison on this thing. Brilliant. And let's get some technology. So you'll see, technology, you don't research, you don't have scientists as Khorne, that would be ridiculous. Instead, we are literally just giving tribute of skulls so that Khorne can actually improve our armies for us, which is pretty cool. So let's have a look. Khorne corruption and chance to automatically colonize ruined regions in province at start of turn faction-wide. That's what we're going to need. That's what we're going to need. So now let's... oh, we also have Unholy Manifestation. So all Chaos factions have these. It's kind of like the rights from Warhammer 2 factions. But these you actually unlock over time as global corruption levels are on the rise. So the more that we spread Chaos corruption, well, specifically Khorne corruption, the more we unlock these. But what's really interesting is if any other Khorne factions are spreading corruption, then that benefits us too. So it doesn't matter who's spreading it. So if you have allies, then you can spread corruption with them by helping them out. But of course, we're Skarbrand, so we don't need friends. But yes, Internal War, very, very cool ability. We can use this every 15 turns. And you'll see, I'll use it now because we can. So here we just summoned an army, and we actually get the chance to attack it. If we like, we can retreat, and they'll just go off and start fighting things on their own. But we're going to fight it. So there we go. Now we have another victory under our belt. Let's get some more replenishment. So we got some more skulls and things out of it, but mostly we helped fill up this bar. So this bar on the side, the more battles we win, the more battle victories, the more powerful bonuses we get. And if you get 9 victories in a row, well, with the odd turn break, you get a couple of turns respite before it starts to decay. But if you get 9 victories total without any decaying, then you get cheaper upkeep, you get plus 70 growth in all provinces, casualty replenishment rate goes up for all armies, not just this one. It's basically your reputation goes up, and more people, you know, seek out your banner, which is amazing. Global recruitment duration goes down -2, Khorne corruption goes up. It's amazing. So really great bonuses. But if you just sit on your toes for ages, then you actually lose growth in all provinces because everyone thinks that you're a lazy sod, and what Khornite warrior is going to come to some lazy sod who just sits in a castle all day? So really, really cool stuff. The thing is, though, building up these victories, I think you can kind of cheese that in a way that I don't particularly like. So you can get a bunch of lords to just sit in a pile and then just attack a settlement every single turn and just sack it every turn. And so they each get a victory every single turn. And you soon build that up, and then you have plus 70 growth from, you know, 20 different sources. So it's, you know, a bit silly. There are ways to exploit that, and I think that will be the meta in sort of like legendary campaigns. But I'm only going to field armies that I think are useful because I like to play within the spirit of the game. So anyway, I'm sure there'll be a lot of ways to cheese that, but it's quite a cheesy campaign. It's a lot of fun. So I'm actually going to go Blood Feast initially. I want to get that casualty replenishment rate up as high as possible because, of course, we do replenish in enemy territory, so that's always going to be useful. So that's most of the mechanics. Yeah, well, I'll show you this one too anyway. We have Skull Throne here. So we send a tribute of skulls, 2,000 of them, and that'll give us an extra 25% movement range after raising a settlement. It'll give us extra income from post-battle, it'll give us an ability, Summoned from Beyond, which lets us summon bloodletters, and it'll also give us blood hosts plus 2 units on creation, which we haven't seen blood hosts yet, but you will soon. So bear that in mind. Now let's go to the next turn. And we recruited those 2 units. Obviously, you may have noticed I didn't actually click that. It's 'cause I don't want to actually activate it yet. I just wanted to show it to you. But we'll get to that. You know, we've got more of a challenge. Maybe to fight these guys. That would be good. Anyway, so the Brass Glacier has been the site of many murders in your father's name. The mortals within think to summon demons to aid their cause. Well, they have indirectly summoned you, but not to aid them. Yep, they've summoned us, alright. So, let's go get them. Hello there. Yeah, this is not really worth fighting, is it? I'm actually going to auto... Actually, no, I want to show you the map. We're fighting it. Okay, and here we are. So I'm going to put the hounds to one side. They can slip in any which way around here. There's a lot of openings around here. And even back here as well, you know. We can get in at any point and harass their cavalry. Also, I guess you guys can go in the front. We'll have Gore Flench go with them. And then we'll have basically everyone else go over here. Brilliant. Because honestly, just having Skarbrand in one area on his own, he'll kill everything. It's fine. Everyone else, they're just there to enjoy, I suppose. So, let's go. So what's great about these particular demons, the Bloodletters, is they have anti-infantry and armor-piercing. So they are just immediately incredibly good at taking on incredibly tough targets, which is really nice. It's a lot of fun. Also, though, one thing that's a bit annoying, obviously the towers are built in minor settlements now, because minor settlements exist, and also there's the mechanic of building towers. Just happens to overlap, you know. But, yeah, they're a bit annoying for Khorne, because Khorne don't have ranged units to shoot at them with. But one thing that Khorne does have is just overwhelming damage potential. So all you do is you just smash your way in and occupy the capture points, and all the towers get destroyed. It's pretty handy. It's pretty handy indeed. Oh? Okay, they are building a barricade, but luckily they're building it with us too close to it. And so its collision hasn't appeared yet. It's still 19 seconds before it actually, appears. So that's good news. So these guys are getting pretty hurt, but it looks like our Blood Shrine of Khorne is having a bit of trouble. So it has the same bonuses, the NT, the armor piercing and the bonus versus infantry. It also does fire damage, which is a lot of fun. And also it gives off, here it is, Totem of Endless Bloodletting. So it buffs everyone else with +5 melee attack and +4 leadership. And Gore Feast replenishes hit points in melee. So he's actually been healing through the damage it's been taking, which is rather nice. Rather nice to see. What are you doing running over there? That was odd. Anyway. And Skarbrand, of course, he just hits really, 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 really hard. That's rampaging. Brilliant. What are you doing? Hey, you charge these guys. And you go chase that cavalry down. Although it looks like they've been caught out somehow. So that's nice. Good job, guys. Good job. And so we're charging in here. Already, I'd say things are going quite poorly for our Marauder friends, who I must say, they do look amazing. Like, these are the same models that are in Warhammer 1 and 2, but they just look amazing in Warhammer 3. Like, the difference to the rendering engine or whatever the hell technology is, I don't know. So we also have this AoE ability here, the Horde of Khorne, which we actually build up over time when we get kills. So as enemies are killed, we get access to this. So we will eventually unlock additional abilities that we can use that will actually unlock after having, collected more points. But we just collect these so quickly. We're going to use that buff a lot, and that +24 melee attack is substantial. So it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. Yeah, you're still attacking over there. Brilliant. And we did capture the settlement. You're the last unit left, aren't you? Yes, you are. And they're about to break. Yeah, absolutely terrific. But yeah, just one quick look at this map. It is awesome. These are chaos portals around the place, all the palisades, because all the districts have just been burnt down. They are absolutely destroyed to bits from literal, like, millennia of warfare taking place over these. You know, the idea of calling these a city is sort of pointless now. They're not really. They're a gathering point for violence, and that's about it. So, you know, fun. A lot of fun. Chaos wastes. Wastes indeed. So, there we go. It's ours now. Or is it? No, it isn't, technically. So, this is what happens every time we capture a settlement. We get the choice to occupy it, but that costs a lot of skulls. And that won't do. So we could occupy it for the cost of skulls. Or we could sack it, which, you know, is fine. We can do this every turn. Hilarious. Or we can get skulls with a skull throne, so more skulls, which, of course, we can then use to occupy places if we want. Now you might think, that doesn't seem to add up quite, you know? You have to burn down more of the map than you... It's not one-to-one, is what I'm saying. You have to burn down 3 settlements for every settlement that you occupy. How the hell do you occupy anything? Well, we will. So, there's also Blood for the Blood God, which gives us big replenishment, but also you get an army, so it summons a blood host. So the blood hosts, you'll notice that that ability up there gave +2 units to blood hosts, so it means that these will spawn with larger armies, and they're a lot of fun. They're really nice to have around. We're not going to do that just yet, though. We're actually going to go skulls for the skull throne, because I want a lot of skulls for the skull throne. So, we did get a bunch of movement back, but unfortunately it does have that same thing that Taurox had, where they always run, like, miles away from the settlement, so you're pretty much just treading the same, you know, distance that you ran from. It's a bit annoying. Hopefully they'll fix that before release. We'll see. We're still a month from release, so. The Brass Glacier has been cited, blah blah blah, and now it isn't. Blood and Fire maintain control of the following province, either by direct ownership or through vassals or military allies. So this one, you can see there's actually a little objective thing now. It points out where objectives are, which is brilliant. I absolutely love that. I think it's really cool. So the Gahar tribe have tried to conquer all of the Bloodfire fools, and perhaps they would have managed it if you had not been lurking under the volcano. But now they have raised your anger. Not great for them. Not great. But we're going to head down here, so we're going to ignore this entirely. So the Bridge of Brass we will be taking at some point, but I want to wipe out Slaanesh first, because Slaanesh, and we hate Slaanesh because we're Khorne. So, you know. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue getting Blood Feast, because we're going to continue to replenish. And I'm also going to go into Demonic Portal, which you can do immediately. It costs some Winds of Magic to keep the portal going, but it makes you immune to most attrition. You can't move when you've got it going on, but you can recruit more units. So we're going to do that. So let's get some Chaos Fury, so we have some more flanking power, and some more Chaos Warhounds, so we just have some more units that can, we can just chase off enemies. And as we get kills with our Warhounds and chasing down enemies, we will then get our army ability buffs to use on the people still in combat. So it's, you know, it's a rather nice dynamic. Just any amount of carnage is going to help. Also, this mission that is here shows on the map. It also shows down here. It is pinned. You can pin and unpin. So a lot of the stuff I have shown in the other campaign I'm playing, but that's just life, okay? You know, this might be the first thing people click on. I want to make sure I cover all the bases. So, let's get Brutal Charge for the Blood Reaper. So, of course, Blood Reapers, very, very powerful. But what is really nice is once you get them to level 15, you will get an event pop up on the next turn that'll say, oh hey, Khorne noticed this guy. Does he want to become a Bloodthirster? And that's how you get Bloodthirster Lords. You literally have them upgrade. Oh no, I'm lying. Sorry, that's not with the Blood Reapers. That's with it's only a Lord for a Lord. It's not a hero into a Lord. So it's the Heralds of Khorne. Sorry, it's the Heralds of Khorne. It's just so many types of blood letters. It's hard to keep track. But no, the hero won't. But the hero will get some nice mount options. But no, sorry, the Lord version of the blood letter will, you know, the Herald of Khorne will turn into a Bloodthirster, which is really cool. The idea of a sort of an evolving Lord choice like that is really interesting, really unique. And you'll notice that ending a turn is incredibly quick. I usually edit those out because that's usually when I take the opportunity to have a drink or something. So I will still be editing those out, even though it will just be me trying to scoff down water as quickly as I can and then realising that there's no time anymore. But anyway, settlement received a plague. Okay, brilliant. Brilliant. Papa Nurgle is up to his old fun and games, so thank you. Thanks for that. Very annoying. I also love that it says a pox on them, which is, I think that's a Romeo and Juliet reference, isn't it? Potentially. Right, let's get you over here, shall we? So I don't like that I can't reach there, though we do have a turn before... Oh no, progress will decay unless a battle's fought this turn. We would need to fight a battle this turn, and I can't fight a battle. I guess progress is going to decay a little bit. Can't be helped, we don't have all of our bonuses yet. You know, we don't have maximum speed on this guy for doing battles and things. So, we're just going to have to live with it, I'm afraid. So, let's use Demonic Portal again. Oh, also, we have this stance, which is really good. Combat Trials. So, Combat Trials, it enables attrition on our army, which obviously isn't the best thing in the world, but it gets you skulls. One skull for each unit in the army, and it gives them experience, because they're getting more experience fighting each other. It does put up Winds of Magic as well, though, which does help us. It does help us over here, but, you know, helps the enemy out too, and they're the ones with all the spells. So, you know, there's pros and cons. And there are pros and cons of ending the turn. The biggest pro with it is that you're allowed to do things again. Like move your troops again. So recruit 20 new units. Wars rage the length and breadth of this land. In such times, only the strong can hope to survive. Build your forces in order to meet the threats that face you. We get a banner of hellfire, which causes damage to nearby combatants. I really like that. That's a really fun one, because it's a banner. You can put it on any unit. I like to put it on the Blood Shrine of Khorne. I think it's a fun addition for him. Plenty of skulls, plenty of favour, and let's do plenty of fighting. So... you know what? This is going to be a real challenge, actually. So, I'm going to send tribute to Dad. So, the Skull Throne, you have called upon the Blood God, and he has heard your cry. Let the bloodshed commence. Everyone to the bloodshed. Of course, that's where our Dad would be. Of course, he'd be in the bloodshed. Always hanging out in the shed. What are they doing in there? Anyway, so, we have our usual army ability, Horn of Khorne, but we can also summon a couple of Bloodletters now, which is a lot of fun. So we will have to worry a little bit about the Demonettes. They are pretty good in combat, but they aren't anti-infantry like the Bloodletters are. The Bloodletters really are the sort of, the best basic Chaos Demon for fighting other basic Chaos Demons in the game. That's right, you heard it here first. Let's do a battle. And so here we are. Terrific. Another settlement. There's so many settlement types, it's really cool. Look at this. These ruins. It's horrible. And I mean, I don't know what this Chaos Whirly is. It's very chaotic. Very chaotic indeed. And a huge bridge up to some ancient fortress. Very cool. So anyway, we're going to bust in through the two front gates. It'll be pretty straightforward, I'd say. Probably something like that in one group. I'm going to keep you guys to one side while I work out what to do with you. What I might do is actually have the Chaos Furies over here, see if they spawn enemies over there and I can fly over them. I know. What a cheeky thing to do. Also, I can use the Chaos Furies to attack enemy towers, which would be incredibly useful. So, you lot, charge in. You lot, charge in. Hellstrider Slaanesh are a really interesting unit, because they're sort of basic, you know, basic sort of cavalry type. Like, they're very quick with 100 speed, just incredibly quick. But they're anti-large, so they're really good for harassing other things like Marauder Horsemen, stuff like that. They're really good at dealing with them. They actually fit a similar role to things like Chaos Warhounds. But of course, you know, they're more weird. And these guys never get off the saddle again. They're cursed to be stuck on these guys now. But anyway, they're anti-large. I don't think it's quite going to cut it against Skarbrand, who is just an absolute trooper. An absolute trooper. So, how are you lot doing? Did anyone deploy over here? No, they didn't. Aw, that's a shame. Alright, fly over here then. How are you lot doing? Seem to be doing alright. So where shall I summon these? So they do have a Keeper of Secrets over here. They look incredible. Absolutely terrifying. So let's go... I would rather murder a bunch of marauders, honestly. So let's kill a bunch of marauders. Alright, come on guys, get through those Seeker Chariots. I think we might need the hounds on this side. Come on, let me give you the orders. So there we go. That'll help us out quite a bit. And how are we doing? Alright, we dealt with them pretty quickly. But, yeah, we're going to need to split you guys up a bit. Also, where is my Herald? Not my Herald. Herald's the other one. I always get them confused. So there's Goreflench, the Blood Reaper. He's in here having a good time. And our Furies are on their way in. You guys been doing well. Still trying to cut through them, though. You guys doing okay? I've got to say, these Marauders Slaanesh seem to be doing quite well against those Bloodletters. Are there towers shooting at them? Could be. Could be. So, Horn of Khorne. The old Khorne Horn. Let's use that on a new lot. So, 60 melee attack. It's quite good, isn't it? It's quite good, all things considered. Let's rampage everybody, because that's always a good laugh. Okay, come on. Keep cutting through them, yeah? You can handle this, right, guys? So, that's almost destroyed. Brilliant. They also have a Shadowcaster as well, so we have to deal with a lot of different spells. So we couldn't cut through all of them, but we certainly got some work done. Okay, this is getting silly. Where are you guys even at? I can't even really tell. Alright, let's get you over here. Okay, move that way. These towers are a pain. You need to stop these towers shooting.
Yes.
And the towers being a pain is very more appropriate. Because Slaanesh is all about pain. All about that pain. Okay, let's get you up here. Good. Come on, Furies. Okay, good. Alright, we get through them. But they do keep coming, don't they? They do have a habit of continuing to run in. Alright, let's fight this direction. Let's hit these guys a bit too. So bounce power is pretty even right now. I feel like we are stuck on the enemy here. Like, our guys just are not moving. Okay, let's get in there. Our Blood Shrine, of course, is healing as it fights, which is nice. But it's fighting Spearmen now, which is a little annoying. But we should be able to swing things in our favour by throwing these guys in as well. And one of you lot can actually run back this way. I'm going to have the hounds go round. Try and flank again. Oh no. Oh no. Helm Rip is in here. That doesn't bode well. Yeah, that doesn't seem to bode well at all, does it? Okay, you guys move there. Seems to be doing the job. Ugh. Problems. Alright, how are you guys doing? Almost got it. Okay, now run back this way, please. And Horn of Khorne. The old Khorne Horn. And yes, I will keep calling it that. I can't help it. It's a part of me now. Okay, come on. So I've got to say, moving your troops when you're in, like, the largest unit sizes can be quite frustrating. It can be quite frustrating in a settlement, because if you go onto any, like, territory... Okay, look, now that I'm doing it, it doesn't show you. But if you can't fit them, if the game deems it, like, too much of a squeeze to begin with, then it just doesn't let you stretch the unit out into a position that you could reach. It's really weird. So hopefully that'll be tweaked before launch, because it can certainly be a bit of a nuisance. Alright, let's go pin down Helm Rip. It looks like we have everyone on him now, which is great. Great news. There are still some more enemies up there, but he looks very vulnerable down here, I've got to say. Very vulnerable indeed. I think with everyone on him here, we might be okay. So let's deal with these guys. And we did take that capture point as well, so no more towers around here, which is nice. Still towers over here, but as we charge down here to deal with these demonettes, I think we'll be okay. So let's rampage them so they can't countercharge us. And we are dealing with Helm Rip. It would have been nice if we had... yeah, you know what? Everyone, move back. Juggernauts, get out of there. We'll whittle him down, it's fine. But yeah, it would have been nice if we had Skarbrand over here to fight Helm Rip. Because he just hits so hard. Ooh, that's the lash of Slaanesh, I think it is. Is that right? Lash of Slaanesh, yeah. It's a real good attack. It's very cool. So you'll notice the glowing banners, by the way. That's because they've earned this. They've earned their Hellblade. Because they have more than 80 kills. So they get a damage bonus with more than 80 kills, which is really cool. And now we're actually going to use that to charge in with one. Oh, here we go. More melee attack, please. Let's make sure those hits register. And how are you doing over here? Are we dealing with these demonettes? Looks like it. Certainly looks like it. Come on. Get helm rip. Rip their helm. Yeah, look at this. Wild. Yeah, keep it a secret. It's absolutely terrifying creatures. Absolutely terrifying. You think next to all these like hell beasts. I mean, look at this. This isn't exactly friendly looking, is it? But somehow Slaanesh units managed to look more terrifying. Which is definitely impressive. Definitely impressive. Alright, come on you. Chop them up, yeah? Don't those blood letters are struggling a bit. I'm going to pull them back. This tower is doing a lot of damage. It's a magic tower. That's the most expensive one. Yeah, we really need to take control of this so that'll get destroyed. So yeah, that's the most damaging tower that could be deployed. Come on, deploy. And it's killing us in quick enough succession, but I think this is actually... They may actually be able to keep hold of that, which is a problem. We have killed their Lord, though. So that's something. Let's go for this Aloris next. Marvellous. And yeah, you guys, maybe wait a second. Oh my god, is that another magic tower? It is. How many resources do you guys have? It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. These guys are about to run, though. I think partly due to the fact that we killed their dad. So, he's their dad. What are you talking about? Come on, guys. Let's get stuck in, yeah? Okay, now you can run it. I've decided that I don't want to wait. And we lost a unit, didn't we? Yeah, we lost one of the units. That's army losses, though, right? Oh, that's army losses. Excellent. Thanks to the Shadowcaster, which is actually a demonette, you know, an Allurus, technically. But, you know, it's all the same creature, just it's just a ranking system, really. Oh god, this thing is so ridiculous, the Blood Shrine. Just a ride on Lawnmower of pain. It's wild. Amazing. So, Owl, can you just crumble now so we can end the battle? Come on, explode. Good. Good towers. I'm glad they're listening. So, Pyrrhic victory. Marvellous. So again, it gives you a preview of everything that you earned at the bottom, which I absolutely adore. We did lose one unit, but not one that we can't replace. And now we have this new settlement. So again, right, we could occupy it. We could do that, but I'm not going to. No, that would be boring. So we're actually going to raise it, but instead of getting more skulls, we're actually going to get a blood host. Because I want to show one of those before the end of the episode. So, Exquisite Pain has been destroyed. Don't have to worry about that faction any longer. And now we have Doom Harvesters. So we have a new army here. We have a bunch of Spawn of Khorne, more Bloodletters, led by a Herald and these are, hang on. Exalted Bloodletters. He's an Exalted Bloodlet? Oh, it's a unit of Exalted Bloodletters. I thought it would be an actual Lord. No, it's actually a unit that is running it. There is no actual Lord calling the shots there. I didn't even realise that. Anyway, also Chaos Furies. We have a Skull Cannon. We have a Blood Shrine of Khorne. So a pretty good army by all accounts. And here you can see we have 4 turns until it starts suffering attrition. So the way to negate that is to do some battles. As long as we do some battles, it'll stop that from happening. But it means that if you keep doing battles with them, obviously you're going to lose health from battles, and if you don't, then you lose attrition, and so these are temporary armies at best, always. And they do cost you some money, but it's less upkeep than it otherwise would be. So you get them at a discount, but so let's see, 100 for a unit of Bloodletters compared to 190 for one in Skarbrand's army. So there you go. So you get them a lot cheaper. So let's get Blood Feast done. Now let's get Inspiring Presence and Skull Takers. So all of our Bloodletters and Blood Crushers can get some points. I love the fact that this is basically everything that is like Bloodletter flavoured. So it's all the Bloodletter stuff. So, you know, including the mounted ones, which I think is great, because again, it means that this never becomes obsolete, which is great. That's something that is a trend, I think, in Warhammer 3. They've managed to make these skill points not be obsolete. It's just different playstyles rather than different units. There's none that are like, oh, well, I'm not going to be using state troops at the end of the campaign, so this is a waste. You know, none of that. It's great. So here, this is also incredibly funny. All of these skills, they all put up weapon strength. All of them. They all put up weapon strength. It doesn't matter what else they do, they all put up weapon strength, because it's Khorne. So, Maim puts up melee attack and weapon strength. Kill puts up melee defense and weapon strength. Destroy puts up leadership and weapon strength. And Slaughter puts up physical resistance and weapon strength, which is hilarious. We're going to go with the melee defense and weapon strength, just so we can make sure that, you know, he stays alive long enough to actually level up a bit. So yeah, really cool stuff. We can already move a bunch. I'm not going to go over that way. I want to finish this quest. So we're actually going to go via this bridge and go up, which technically means burning down something belonging to a different province, but that's fine. Don't you worry about it. So off we go. So I'm sure you guys have the question. So what's up with this then? So for that, if we look at our settlement, so the one thing I didn't mention is there, it says plus 5% chance to automatically colonize ruined regions in province at turn start. So you don't actually need as many skulls it would take to occupy every settlement. You just need to make sure that you have, you know, a settlement or two in an area, and the rest will become populated over time. Especially because the tech we're doing right now is a plus 5% chance, and there are also buildings that increase the percentage as well. So they actually populate pretty quickly. It just means you have little control over them, which I think is a lot of fun. And you're always starting from ruins, which is great. But of course, the whole point of the campaign, you're really just running on the momentum of war spoils in Skarbrand's army. So as long as Skarbrand is still just like demolishing a city every turn or two, then you never have to worry about your economy, you never really have to worry about developing your nation. But what it does do is it fills up an area that normally you'd be painting the map in the normal way to stop enemies from moving in. Now, you are still just destroying everything, as is the thing you would do as a Khorne, you know, player, but you still don't have to worry about the map being unpainted and enemies just moving back into all the ruins, which is something that's incredibly frustrating with sort of older Beastman campaigns. Now it's obviously different, but older Beastman campaigns and Chaos campaigns as well. You know, they've been very annoying. But this, you burn everything to the ground, just as nature intended, but you don't have the downside of the enemy taking over the map again. So it's really cool. It's really great. But anyway, this is where we're going to end the episode. I've actually shown most of the Khorne mechanics already. I can't really think of anything that I haven't shown. Honestly, that's really it. Burn everything down, you know, do a skull throne tribute thing, you know, throw skulls at Dad, and he gives you summons and extra abilities. But this really is the crux of it. So this might be the only episode I do for this particular campaign preview, because there's a million other factions to show off. But this is showing off Khorne. I think this is one of the most fun campaigns. I'll just say that flatly. I've had so much fun with this campaign. Sort of playing, you know, learning the ropes of this game. I played it for longer than I needed to get the ropes, you know, to work out how to play it all. It was a lot of fun. So this particular campaign, I think, is high on my list of priorities for doing a proper campaign, you know, when I'm not restricted by embargoes. So let me know if you want to see this, you know, more of this, or if you want to see other campaigns, or if there's just like information you want to see, or, you know, whatever. Let me know what you want to do. I'm leaving space in each embargo for like random videos that you guys come up with, stuff that you might be interested in seeing. So let me know your ideas, you know, anything that you're particularly curious about. Shout at me about it. If you see people shouting things that you agree with, like them, you know, like their comments, and let me know that you know, that's what you want to see. And I'll do my best. I'll do my best. Like I said, I'm keeping it loose. So we'll see. We'll see what you guys come up with. We'll see what I come up with outside of me rambling here. And yeah, I'll try and showcase what I can. So yeah, brilliant. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this, comment, like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Have a good one.